notice. So my vision would be a very aggressive one, but I do want to follow up because I know that there's a young lady that continues to ask questions about how. And I want to make sure, I hear you, I see you, honey, I see you. So I want to do things like, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the fact that we have a corporate housing issue that's popping off right now, right? Yeah. Where you have these corporations that are buying up housing, and so it's causing us a problem as relates to how much we're paying. So we've got to make sure that we have policies that deal with that, but then you start to talk about things such as the tariffs. And so many people did not understand how much we do as it relates to international trade in general. And right now, I need y'all to understand that even if we get the White House back in 4 years, which I feel very confident we will do, I need you to understand that if you have a glass and you throw it against the wall and it shatters just like that. But then you try to put that back together, it is not going to be the same. And so what we have to understand is that I do want to be aggressive. Because we're gonna have to be aggressive. Because here's the deal. Because some of the things that have been broken, such as some of our trade agreements, they may not come back. We may have trade partners that just will not trust us because we put him in office not once but twice, and he failed us on trade policy before, and he's going to fail us again. So now, we will have to basically put ourselves into a situation in which we are leading the world in a number of spaces so that people cannot avoid us. Whether it is making sure that we get back on track as far as education is concerned, because they're doing everything to defund education, and we know that the history in this country is that is how you get upward mobility. So what are they trying to do now? Make sure that people are not going to be in that type of situation. So when it comes to AI, we really need to be leading the world. We've got to make sure that the United States has something that you can't get nowhere else, whatever that is, because we are going to be in a real trade deficit. I just want to be clear about that, because we have been doing really good with trade, but now we're going to have a number of problems. So we've got to, number one, deal with corporations, whether we're talking about how much money they're saving on their taxes, and so they're not paying their fair share. We definitely got to, listen, the last time we were able to balance a budget, it was a Democrat that did it. Every time there's a cleanup on aisle 9, they seem to come and find a Democrat to do it, and then they get amnesia, okay? So I'm telling you, I am confident. It doesn't matter who the Democratic nominee is going to be, we're going to win. But what are we going to need to do then? For me, it's getting aggressive. Now listen, I'm not going to say this is what we're going to do, but I'm telling y'all what my vision would be. Number one, this Supreme Court is corrupt. So again, serving on the Judiciary Committee, there are bills that we have put into place. We need to have some real guardrails around the Supreme Court, because the Supreme Court has paved the way for half the stuff that we see that's going on. Listen, Donald Trump is a piece of shit. Okay, we know that. Yes, he is. But in a functioning democracy, he still would not be able to get away with this. But he's been able to get away with this because the House Republicans are complicit. He's been able to get away with this because Senate Republicans are complicit. But most importantly, the courts, especially the Supreme Court, is complicit. And so I think one of the places that we have to start is we are absolutely, they are the highest court in the land, and they have no ethics guardrails. Now you go down to the lower courts, and they do. How much sense does that make? When we know that they're taking money, we have the paper trail, and they refuse to put guardrails on themselves, so it's time for us to do it for them.